I feel a lot of like stuckness within myself today, and just like a little bit pissed off, to be honest. And I don't want to externalize these feelings that I have to say that it's because of this or that or whatever. I want to fully own them. I want to detach myself from the story that has been told. So I'm not even searching for a meaning of the sensations that I have going on within myself. And instead I just allow myself to be here right now. And it's a little bit challenging to be in front of the camera right now, because it's like, I would, a part of me would like to just hide away. And I refuse to do that. So that's not an option. And I've committed to record a video every day for 90 days. And a part of that is to just, okay, now I'm here in this. This is what I have to offer and what I'm in right now. So, and I also refuse to like put on a mask and like put on a fake smile and like, you know, I want to be leading by example of what it is to be fully in integrity with myself and letting myself be as I am, being seen as I am in whatever is here and present. And right now it's just a lot of inner frustration and a bit of anger, and I'm tired of trying to figure out the reasons to why, and instead I more so let myself to experience it, express it as it is, accept it as it is, and be seen in it as it is. Because like everything from my experience that I've hold to be true within myself, that is just pure bullshit that doesn't help me at all with anything in my life really, which is just like holding me back from being the most raw and real and expressed as I can be, is to now I lost track. Fuck. I want to be that permission slip for maybe someone else as well. To like, you can be as you are, you can be frustrated, you can be upset, you can be like really pissed off without a reason, or even if there is a reason, you don't need to be aware of it, and that's okay as well. And the most important thing is to just allow yourself to be there, to be accept yourself there, not judge yourself for it. And a big part of it is also to be seen in it. Because when we allow ourselves to be seen in it, it like the charge loses its energy in a way, because it's like there is nothing to hide anymore. It's almost like it's an expression of myself that wants to come forth and wants to just be accepted and expressed, and another force is like protecting myself from going there. And I'm feeling like I'm starting to get there right now. I'm starting to like go to that place that I have judged to be bad and therefore created that inner resistance. And it's the resistance in itself that is like the frustration comes from. Because there is an expression always that wants to come forth and move through us. And the question is, do we allow it to do so, or do we resist it? So now I'm just like allowing myself to take up more space within these areas of myself that I've judged to be like, I don't know, I've had a little bit hard to be in this like more confrontative and maybe a little bit angry energy in a way. And I'm tired of not going there. So therefore I'm just like sitting here right now, being in that energy and allowing myself to just be expressed here as well. It's almost like I've had this cap on myself of like, I don't know, compressing myself into something a lot smaller than I actually am. And it's felt like I've been going around with this like deep tension in my jaws and in my chest and in my throat, because I've not allowed myself to fully just be expressed in those areas of myself, fully, without judgment. And I've also had experience with people around me before in my life that has been uncomfortable when I've been in this energy that I'm at in right now. Which has like reinforced that feeling of like, I shouldn't be here. This isn't a good energy to be in. So I've been back and forth in what's good and what's bad. And that's also just like perspectives, right? Because it's not real. Like you can look at the situation or for example now, okay, this energy that I'm in, okay? It's only the judgment that makes it good or bad. In essence, it's just like an expression, right? It's just like, okay, this is how I'm presenting myself, right? The same goes with the weather, for example. You can say it's a bad weather outside because it's raining, right? Or you can say that, oh, it's such an amazing good weather today because it's sunny outside. And that's also just like to compromise reality into something where you are limiting yourself. Like for now, example, it's raining outside. I'm not complaining about it. And I'm not judging it to be bad. I'm just noticing that it's raining. And it's just a flavor that nature brings. The same things goes with those areas within ourselves that we are afraid to express and afraid to put out there in the world, because we are afraid to be judged and we are afraid that people will not accept us, or that we ourselves do not accept us, right? So there is only two games ever going on. It's the inside out and the outside in. And for me, I don't know. It's yeah, I'm feeling like there is emotion underneath the anger. I feel it in real time right now. It's like almost like I'm getting sick a little bit, because it's like, and I can sense that there is shame there as well. So what you're seeing now is me moving through a feeling and a sensation in real time. So this is kind of the process. I've been very in touch with my emotions for years and been feeling myself very deeply for years. So therefore, I feel quite comfortable holding space for myself, and also for you that is watching this video right now. And at the same time, I can go to that space within myself where it's like, it feels unknown. It feels, it's this like gushy feeling in my solar plexus right now, where it's like, I feel a bit sick. And also I can sense that there is like sadness underneath this anger, underneath this frustration. And a big part of like moving through these experiences to neutralize them so that I can become more free, and this goes for you as well, is to first of all accept that it's there. Second of all, go to that energy that you kind of feel uncomfortable going into, and then first express it in a room with yourself, and then in a room with people. And I'm not in a room with people right now, but I'm like exposing myself online where potentially hundreds or thousands of people could see me and witness me in this, right? And that's a part of it, to like, it's to hold space for yourself, to let yourself know that it's okay to go here, to this area of yourself that feels scary or shameful, or you're afraid that you will not be accepted, or you judge yourself really hard for going there, or whatever it is, right? So, yeah. And I'm also sitting out in nature with like, I don't know if you've noticed, but there are like people passing by behind me, and I don't let that stop me either from expressing myself. It's like this heaviness that is moving up within myself, and I just want to let you know that like it's not dangerous to go here, even if it can feel challenging. For me, I've been looking at myself in an introspective way for, I don't know, 8 to 10 years now, like meditated daily for years, been through a lot of coaching, a lot of really confrontative experiences, been in men's group, being on like, a lot of different experiences where firstly, like I first needed to put myself into spaces where, because I didn't know even how to go to those places within myself to express those feelings. Now I need to burp. That feels really good. That's also a part of like the releasing process sometimes. Sometimes we just need to burp or fart or like make some physical sounds, right? Because this is also helping our nervous system to neutralize the energy that is going on, that we have put resistance to feeling. But anyways, like I just knew that I felt unfree. I just knew that I saw people expressing themselves in a very like vivid way, and I just felt like, I can see and sense that freedom that they are having, and I want the same thing for myself. So I started to surround myself with those people, and put myself into environments where I were confronted and seen and held. So through being through different containers like this, coaching programs and such stuff like that, I got the permission slip to go to those places where I didn't even know how to express or how to go there. But through being in those environments, I felt safe enough to do the unexpected. And suddenly I was just crying on the floor or screaming out loud or whatever, and it felt so good. For the first time, I felt like, this is a space where I get to be seen for real. And then I got better and better at going to those places within myself without anyone around. So I did that. And then I brought it into my small circles of people that is close to me, like my parents, which was very difficult for years, but it got better, and now I have a very, very, very healthy and close relationship to my mom, for example, where a lot of the charge came from. And also, like, in my relationship with my fiancée, also to go into those places where it's like I'm not getting the approval or acceptance from my partner sometimes, and to be okay with them not accepting my expression, and then to like go through that experience as well. And that's really what I call self-ownership, and what I call really holding yourself accountable in your own experience without like putting too much attention on how people react to it or not. That's when we start to get free. That's why I can sit here on camera going into something that feels a little gushy within myself, and go through that experience real time with you all watching right now. And also to feel comfortable enough kind of going here when there is people around me here out in like my neighborhood. Maybe my neighbor will go by and they just hear me like or whatever. It is like, okay, you're welcome to witness me in that as well. And if you're curious of what I'm doing, you can always ask, or you can just have your judgments, or you can just don't care. And that's like up to you. I don't care, right? I don't care as much anymore. And that's a part of like the liberating process. Because oftentimes we get that external reflection of like, I go to a place within myself that feels uncomfortable with my fiancée, for example, and I have judgment towards that expression of myself. So it's almost like I'm already expecting her to judge it as well. And that's the mirror that I get. Every time I have judgment towards myself in an expression of myself, I'm almost always met with that like judgment back as well, like that external reflection that is just like reflecting my internal state of being. So when I started to like, first of all, see that, okay, they judge me right now. They don't accept me right now. And that feels, how does that feel for me? And I start to really go there of like, I feel so unseen and misunderstood. And then underneath there is a raw expression and a raw feeling. And when I go there and express that and go into that sadness or grief or whatever it is, I free myself from their judgment. And at the same time, I'm freeing myself from my own judgment. And when I go through that experience, I transform that or transmute that judgment and feeling underneath the judgment into like a liberated self-expression where it's like, okay, now I can go to this area as well within myself without having that much judgment about it. And that's also when I get that external reflection of like, now she is fine with me being like this because I am fine with me being like this. So she's not catching up on that internal friction that I held within myself. And therefore it's neutralized, and therefore like she then reinforces my self-acceptance with love, which makes it even easier for me to go in there and to express it in a more healthy way where I actually accept and love myself. So my partner really becomes my mirror, and also elevates either the tension or the acceptance. And it's only that she's always mirroring back either my acceptance towards myself or my judgment towards myself. So, and when I realized it is like this, through have been through it so many times, it became so much easier to just go to this space where it was like hard within myself, and where I potentially judged myself, because I didn't bother as much if anyone around me would judge it or not. And so even if they judged it, it's like, yes, it still hurts. It still awokes or triggers something within me, but that's also a part of the healing. That's also a part of letting go of that story, of letting go of that judgment. And that's when I'm becoming more free, more expressive, more myself. That's why I can sit here today on a day where it's like, why do I show up in front of a camera? But it's like, it's not that big of a charge for me to sit here in whatever I'm in and express it as it is. Even if today is a day where I have a little bit of that self-judgments towards myself. And even then, I feel held by myself. And it actually feels good to go here and to let a stranger in that might be you right now. For my own sake, but also that maybe I have put something into words that changed something for you, or as perspective for you, where you feel like you can take a step into more self-ownership, or look at the places where you are judging yourself, or where you are avoiding connection with people because you are afraid of being judged, for example. Maybe I can be that permission slip for someone else. And if that's only one person, that's enough for me. And that person is me. So I'm already winning here. And I appreciate you being here as well. And with that said, I feel complete for now. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.